Hello, guys. Welcome back. So the demons have taken over. The altar got rebuilt, and I think someone thought I was rebuilding it for them, and they were going to jump in. And it is now a demon altar. It's specifically for Mammon and Asmodeus, but you can feel like Satan and everyone else over here too. They don't permanently sleep on their altars or something, but you can definitely feel their energy. They took all the stuff that I had because they know I don't have any money to go out and get new stuff. But now they got an altar to really get cooking. Mammon specifically over here, Asmodeus all the counter space, and Asmodeus is like, yes, I get to stretch out. We call him Snowy. We call him the snow leopard. And he likes to stretch out. He likes to have all the space. Loki did something spiteful. He will do really gross, disgusting things he knows will gross you out to get back at you, and he did something, and I was like, okay, you know what? Fine. And what's funny is the person who had told me that Loki does everything for them. I guess he didn't like me being upset because he wasn't moving his ass. And I said, well, I'm glad he's doing everything for you, but he's not doing anything, and it's really not my problem now. The person said, well, I guess when your gods won't work, you give them side eye. I said, it's not my problem now, he's gone. I'm Italian. One thing Italian women like to do is kick their husbands out of the house. They're like, you know what? You out. And the man better go. He better go or she will find shit. She will hit him with it. And the Italian women are like, yeah, we will. So you have to be violent to be an Italian woman because Italian men will not listen. It sounds like a stereotype. Italian men won't listen. Sometimes the woman needs to roar. Because usually Italian women they do everything for the husband. They treat him like a king. They cook his food. They wash his clothes. They act like it's the 1950s. He always has his way. He's the king. Finally, she's had enough of his shit. She blows up and she kicks his ass out of the house, which is what she got to do. So, it's an Italian thing. We're too kind, we're too nice, and we're too gentle until you finally push us, and we're why crimes of passion urge her because we finally had it. So Satan was actually happy, and I've had more than one demon tell me, you're exactly like Satan. You're loving and you're kind and sweet, but when you fucking blow up, you detonate and everything around. I said, well, I did everything possible. I was kind, I was sweet, I was gentle, I bought them stuff instead of like saving a little bit here and a little bit there and treating myself out to the DQ or something. Anytime he saw a little tchotchke or he saw a video game or candles or oils, everything was for the gods. Everything was for the gods. I was like, usually I was happy to do it because I love making the people I love happy, but they were progressively getting more and more lazy. And I told God the other day, I said, I wish you'd show me some kind of sign. At least you're hearing me. Do you know what I got in the mail today? Jehovah Witnesses will not come to your door because of COVID-19. But I got Jehovah Witnesses stuff in the mail. It's not their usual crazy. It's how to deal with stress. It really doesn't mention their religion. It does have a couple Bible passages, but it's like how to deal with stress, just deal with today, deal with your problems, have reasonable expectations. But then, if you want to hear the crazy woo that they usually will tell you in person, you can go to their website now. So their ministry's online. I'm like, geez, God, you got rid of the Jehovah Witnesses. You are a powerful, mighty Lord. And not getting cheering, I think it says Asmodeus Packer. Um, you know, it's one of those things, and like I said, the demons don't care if you go home, and the demons don't care if you sometimes work with angels or saints, but they'll say, well, what did you expect if it doesn't turn out in your favor? But they're really happy. And Satan said, you finally have to start taking your territory seriously. This is your territory, yours. This is your territory, your patch. He's here because he wishes to be and all allow him to be, but he says, no, you treat the demons the same way. If they start getting ornery, you kick them out too, and they'll go flying out the door. And it doesn't mean you abuse demons or gods or angels or saints or whoever you work with, but it does mean you stand up and you demand respect. A lot of us, especially if you came from an abusive background, We're really passive. We won't fight you. We'll go out of our way to make you happy." And it's kind of like it was kind of like one of the coping mechanisms. But we're usually pretty sweet-natured, and we usually like to make people happy, and we really don't know how to stand up for ourselves because we expect the past is going to repeat itself. So, I kick Loki out and he did something nasty, and I'm like, good, you're out. So his stuff is no longer stuff. The demons took it over. And before he would accept it, and before Asmodeus and Mammon would accept the altar, they said, well, if His Royal Highness comes back, does he, get to take his stuff back? And I thought about it and I said, I know I probably do lean that way towards, anything the little prince wants he gets. I said, but no. I said, look how many fucking altars he would have if he would come back, and he's not, I think. I said he would have a stove, he would have all this other stuff. But the demons are like, they're practical, they'll deal with what you want. I think Satan's been eyeing the stove because there are a lot of stories from the old country where Satan has something to do with the stove. And Lucifer's been looking around, and it'll be good to have the demons in. And the Voodoo and Loa are kind of backing off because they don't like it when I get Kali level mad, but I worked with her in university, and she's the same way. She's about women have to, if every woman's going to be a goddess, remember Kali is one of the goddesses that you have the capacity to be. Sometimes you have to destroy stuff. Some of Loki's stuff went out. The poster, out. Some stuff I made for him, out. And once it's out, it doesn't come back in. And that sounds really mean and cruel, again, but sometimes you have to. You have to be like, okay, I gave you way too much stuff. I was way too loving towards you, but it seems like once you decide you have enough stuff, you just absolutely stop caring and absolutely stop working on stuff. So, and that's a thing. People will ask, how long do you have God? Sometimes you have them all your life. Like, say you were born into a religion and you get along with that God and get fair results most of your life. Then, you stay in that religion, you have that God your whole lifetime. But for those of us that leave our birth religion, usually you bounce from God to God to God because it seems like they like taking care of you for a while, you're a neat pet, and then all of a sudden they don't want you anymore and they're going to drive you out to a farm somewhere and just drop you off. It's kind of like they stop taking care of you. They would like you to give them offerings and do all the stuffs for them, but you'll notice they stop taking care of you. You stop getting those little extras you used to get. They stop being so nice to you, and then eventually you have to stand up and go, okay, you're not taking care of me anymore. We're still going to have a channel. He may show back up at some point, but um if Satan's going to take over with Asmodeus and Lucifer and, the demons, that's actually going to be great. Because, I put the VR now in Satan's hands. I said, I know that Loki's not going to move on it. I said, if anything, he'll be spiteful. I'll make sure I don't get it. Because I know him. I've had him as a god too long. I said, I really could use that. And he's like, done. So it'll be done. And the energy feels amazing. We clean and bless the altar. We put a lot of this stuff out. It would still look like Loki's altar if you'd seen it before, but it's like it's all for the demons now, and they accept that there's nothing else. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.